Hey there, gorgeous gays. Version 2 here with Celeste. Farewell. This room again. When we last left off, this room was kicking me in the face. And today, we're gonna kick it in its face. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So, okay, let me look at this. Just to remind myself of what we're dealing with here. Because I remember it was the hypers, but I don't remember what's past that. Okay, so... Well, hypers or wave dashes. We're gonna have to try them and see which one works. Because both of them will work. Just which one am I going to fail less miserably at? Because we got the first one, the second one. Oh, right, yeah, this is like a heap of shit, isn't it? Yeah. Right, we gotta go, yeah, we gotta go into that, into the bubble. And then from the bubble... I don't even fucking know, actually, looking at this. After the bubble, I assume, like, it has to go straight right. There's nowhere else it can go. Once it goes straight to the right, I guess we jump, like, we dash diagonally? We dash diagonally, I guess? Out of it to grab that, and then the wind will help push us up high enough to hit that sprint, although we won't have a dash. And that bubble's not going to go far enough for it to be a wall bounce. Green bubbles don't go that far for us to, like, wall bounce off of that and hit that side. We might be here literally the entire day. It is entirely possible we'll be here literally the entire day trying to work this out. Because I got to get good enough at this first part first and then work out what the fuck to do. I think last time when we were here, I didn't hit that bubble once. God, it's just, it gets so hard to even get into place to do this. Just because of the winds. Like, you have to, like, hold constantly, and then it's just, like, even getting in place for it is an annoying process. Yeah, I can get that first one, though. I can get that first wave dash, but the rest of it is, you know, the issue. Whoop. We're gonna be here all day, everyone! Woohoo! Fuck. Like, getting to that third platform isn't too difficult. I mean, it is. But it's not, like, too bad. The issue is just I have to do that last part by either doing a wave dash or a hyper dash correctly enough to get the dash back mid-air. And that's the part that terrifies me. Honestly, trying to do this with the wind, this is probably the single hardest thing for me to do in the game. Hey, Hannibal! I'm gonna be stuck on the one room all day, so I hope you're ready for misery and torment. It's just gonna be the entire day. The entire day is just gonna be this. The entire day is gonna be this. I jumped on that and just went. What? How'd that even happen? How did that even happen? But I don't even want to try to do the wave dashes properly because I don't know how to, and I think it would be easier. If, like, I at least have some kind of grasp of how to do the hypers here to get it back. Like, we had to do it for AC, right? I wish you all the luck with the one room. Well, there'll be rooms past this, but I'm not gonna get past this one today. This may be my limit. I mean, I thought that about the cone. I don't know, the cone room's like not, no. It's just like, there was something like this earlier on, right? During the tutorial, the incredibly fucking irritating tutorial, one of the few actual legitimate criticisms I have about the game, the tutorial in Farewell sucks a dick and can go fuck itself because it's so distracting to have the sound effects of, like, the phantom one go off all the time while you're trying to concentrate. That actually sucks, and I genuinely think that's a flaw. Though, this is coming from the person who needs to off Hollow Knight, and we know how I am with sounds. So that might just be a me thing. But, like, that room is basically similar to this, of we had to do, like, the multiple wave dashes in a row. How long did it take me to do that room? And this is, like, with wind. And some bullshit at the end. Sometimes I just don't get a boost from it, and I don't know why. Like, sometimes there's issues going on and I just don't understand why. I'm honestly concerned that these platforms straight up aren't big enough for this strat to work. Well, I'm getting the timing around the first one. You can see I'm re-getting the dash mid-air on the first one for the hyper. You can see that I can do that. It's just, you know... it's not working when I fucking need it to. We're gonna be here all day, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like, it makes sense if there's, like, a limit to what I can do in this game, and it's just, this may be it. It's just the exact type of thing that I'm the worst at. I mean, it's literally the thing I was, like, saying was good about the game earlier on, of just, like, the game normally doesn't ask you for incredible, massive precision. It asks you to do things correctly. Like, it's more so about doing things in the correct order in the right sequence. And the level of precision. Like, oh, the game got more and more precise as the game went on. But the game has never been, like... it's not been massive amounts of precision. It's just once we hit, like, 8C and farewell, now the game is asking for, like, frame-perfect precision multiple times in a row. And I think that is just the stuff where it's... Even when I clear this room, even if I clear this room, it's not going to be because I got better, it's because I got an attempt that was lucky. Like, at least for the comb room, I was getting better at it by, like, learning a particular thing about how to do that jump properly. Because I was just, like, delaying the jump, and then I learned, oh, that's how I clear over that gap there and stuff like that. But something like this, me succeeding at this is going to be luck. Because it's about getting, like, things that are, like, a few frames of difference correct multiple times in a row. And, like... so even when I clear this, it's not going to be because I got better at the game. And, oh, that sucks. Oh, Jesus Christ. We're gonna be here all day. So, I'm having this issue where if I get this first hyper correct, that I'm regaining the dash, I'm going too far. And I'm landing right far on the edge of the, like, I'm landing on the right-hand side of the last block. Which doesn't give me enough space to do a hyper. Like, this really is designed around doing wave dashes, but I hate the wave dash. The wind makes the wave dashes so much harder. Because it's not even just about now, like, getting the timing right. I have to get the spacing right while there's heavy winds. Like, when that happens, I'm like, I don't know why. If I just get a hyper good enough on the end one, I won't need the dash. I'm getting so close to it, even without already getting the dash mid-air, which honestly, I'm scared that's what you need to do. Because I'm scared you do need another dash. Oh no, you regain a dash when you enter a bubble. It's when you leave a bubble by dashing that you lose it. Yeah, if I just do this over and over again, if I just do this for long enough, then eventually it'll work. Then eventually it'll work. Eventually. 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 So, oh God. So that's the thing, is that even trying to do the jump thing here, just because of the wind, it's like the moment you just start moving with the wind, it just makes it so hard for me to like work out what to do. Damn it! No! Maybe that's a strat. Try and do wave dashes on the first two, because I think the wave dashes might give me a little bit more space, and then try and hyper off the last one. That might give me a little bit more time, because I think when I'm doing the wave dashes, I think I'm landing closer on the left-hand side of that last one, which might give me a little bit more space to do the hyper correctly. That might actually be my best bet. Because I can do this part with some form of consistency. It's getting that last one. Like, am I just dashing in the wrong angle there and I am just dashing down? Or is there something that I'm doing that when I hit the ground and I jump, I just go, it diverts all momentum upwards? Because that happens sometimes and I don't know why. Okay, that time I did the wave dash and I landed over there, so... I actually have no idea. I have no idea what's causing me to land different spots. Maybe it's just where I'm starting. I think I'm just dashing straight down too many times. I think I'm just dashing down too many times. Goodness. Well, I'm sure there's like so much more level left that it's just like I don't want it to end here. I don't want I don't want the level to just end here. And it's just like, all right, I just don't beat farewell because of one room, right? I don't want that to happen, but if I'm here for like 3 hours and I make literally no progress, then I think that's a very clear, this just isn't something I can do. So the question just becomes how much is like, to what extent will my stubbornness be enough to like push through it? And at what point do I just give in and just accept that I can't beat this video game? Which it's fine if I can't, right? It's fine, right? Like this is absurdly fucking difficult. Like I do think that Celeste is getting to the point where it is possibly the hardest video game that I've ever played. Not being able to beat it is fine. But it's just a case of, if I gave it like 6 hours in this one room, would I beat it? Or would there be a point where if I don't beat it by then, that I probably never will? And you can't even say anything about just like, well, but like the longer you try something, the more you're improving at it. If I make no progress in that time, then how much extra time would like, like, do I have to put 30 hours into this room to start making progress at this room? Well, that was it. That was progress. I did do the wave dash there correctly. I did do the wave dash there correctly. I wasn't expecting to, so I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for it in any capacity. But, you know. But I did do it. It's just that, like, there's a certain amount of time between pressing the dash and pressing the jump for the hyper, and I genuinely wonder if it's frame perfect. Actually, let me look that up, because me knowing how many frames it is isn't going to make it easier or worse or harder for me. Let me actually have a look. Celeste hyper dash timing. Like, because I'm just curious if it is frame perfect. I'm curious. Okay, that's a hyper. That's hyper timing. That doesn't help me. That doesn't help me. Okay. Hyper dash. There we go. Yeah, introducing course. So this is the one. Extended hyper. I like how it says extended hyper, which is the one where you get the dash back. They do require more space than a regular one, which I was correct on that. So, because the amount of timing you need. But it doesn't say here what the timing is. Well, I'm just curious. I'm just curious, like, what the time is. Like, if it is frame perfect. There's all videos. Videos are not what I'm after. I really thought this would be an answer that would be, like, immediately Googleable kind of thing. I really thought this would be, like, I assumed Googling this would immediately give me an answer. I thought it would. I really thought just Googling this would give me an answer, like, immediately. There's a lot on wave dashes. The timing for the wave dash is 5 to 10 frames, depending on the height of your jump. That's what I'm reading here. That's what I'm reading here. So I think, because what it's saying here is you need to be on the ground for 15 frames, which 60 FPS, a quarter of a second. That's how long. Well, it says the dash timer is that. I don't know how that's like the refresh one. To get the momentum of, oh no, it is for hyper. To get the momentum for a wave dash or hyper, you have to jump off the ground between the before the dash timer ends. In order to get your dash back, you need to be on the ground 10 frames after the previous dash started. Therefore, an extended hyper is a 5-frame window to jump, and then wave dash is yeah. So technically, it's easier to regain it on a wave dash, but it depends on the height of your jump, which is variable. So it is a 5-frame window for what I'm trying to do, which is 1/12 of a second. So it's not literally frame perfect, but it is 5 frames. It is a 5-frame window of what I'm trying to do here. It's a 5-frame window, okay. Yeah, that doesn't really help me. I can't count frames while I'm playing the game. I can tell if something's like at a higher or lower frame rate, but knowing that, okay, wait 10 frames and then jump doesn't help me. But that's what it is. That's what it is at the very least. That has been that was too late when I didn't get it. Yeah, again, you've got more timing. Like the buffer can change between 5 to 10 seconds if you're in the air doing the dash, but because it's required, but it requires that the jump, the timing is different. It changes. I mean, I think just starting with the wave dashes and hoping for the best is a strat, and then if I just if I don't get the wave dash, because the thing is, I'm getting the wave dash correct on the first one, getting the wave dash correct on the second one's a nightmare, and getting the wave dash correct on the third one, I don't think I've gotten once. So I do think wave dash hyper is probably going to be, for me, the easiest way to do it. Because I don't need to get the wave dash correct on the second one to then do the third one. And the spacing does seem to generally work out to be more appropriate to get the extended hyper on this one. If I land on the left-hand side of that third block, I can get an extended hyper. Where if I land like that, then no way. Da, 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 da. This is going great. Going great. I mean, like, this is just similar to what we had to do at the end of 8C. But instead of having an entire fucking room to do leading up to it, we have a wind. Which is honestly almost worse. Because I've attempted this way more times than I attempted the final section of 8C. The wind just does make it that much more annoying. And also, I have to do something afterward. Also, this is the start of it. This is the start of the room, so I have to do something afterwards. Fucking goddamn it. So I can... Every now and then I can get that second wave dash correct, but getting that third one... That's just... Ooh. Why is it doing that? Why is that doing that so much where it's just jumping straight up when I hit the ground? Like, I don't actually, that's like, again, once we start getting into like frame precision and super precise stuff in this game, there does come to a point where I just don't understand why certain things are happening. Not to say that like the game's doing it randomly or anything like that. It's just like we're talking about a level of precision that I just personally don't understand about the game. Nothing in this game is randomly determined. I can't tell what it is, like what's happening. Sometimes I hit the ground and when I jump, I go straight up, and I don't know why that's happening. Like there's just mechanics that I'm not understanding, and it's just very hard for me to visually pass like what it is for that. That's the thing with me for games, like as you saw earlier in this LP, like the basics of this, of just like, hey, dashing and moving around and stuff. Like I was picking up the game pretty quick, right? And I was doing pretty well at like the going through it aspect. So like I feel like I'm a quick learner and can do like pretty well at like the lower level stuff or like even mid-tier stuff. I feel like I can pick that up and do pretty well at it pretty quickly compared to like the average player, I'd say. Like I feel like my playthrough of the base game and probably the B sides, at the very least, maybe not the C sides, but like, except for AP was a train wreck for me. Well, actually no, this is that one room nose trainer. But like, I feel like I probably did better at that than like the average player of this. But where like my natural skill takes me at video games, it caps out at a level that when you start getting to like the intense stuff, it's really hard for me to push through that far and like get better at it. And it's really hard for me to like actually visually pass it and learn by just looking at the game. And like I get that with like some character action games, right? Where it's just like I can understand like the core of like a Devil May Cry game. And I'm just like, okay, I get that. And I can do basics. Like I can do the basics. Like it's like a pick up and get it immediately kind of thing, right? And then you start getting into your mid-tier stuff and just like how to like switch between weapons and like doing different moves and like some basic juggling or like I said, basic combos and stuff like that. I'm just like, okay, I get it. And then once you start getting to the point where you see people do like their combo style videos of just like, all right, you're weaving this into this into this into this, and it's just like, all right, that is past where like my skill just naturally takes me. And then it like every tiny little bit try to get past that is just like incredibly difficult. Like I can reach where that like natural ceiling is for me pretty quickly, but once something passes that, it's just like, ooh. I mean, you saw that with Punch Out too, right? That was similar in Punch Out, where it's like going through Punch Out was fine. Getting like some of the easier challenges, yeah, okay, I can start picking that up. And then once you start getting to like the really difficult stuff, it's just like, all right, time to throw myself at this several times over the course of many months. And then just, yeah. I mean, that may be where this ends up, right? Okay, it's like why? Like, why does that happen? Like, I can't, like, that's what I mean. Like, it's hard for me to look at what just happened there and work out why it happened. It's like, was it an input that I did? Was it where I landed? Was it how I jumped? Like, it's very hard for me to look at it and just learn that when we're talking about, like, a few frames or, like, a few pixels of difference in space and stuff like that. Like, it's hard for me to just look at that and go, oh, that's why that happens. Like, it just passes where, like, I don't know why that's happening, and it's hard for me to, like, look at it and just learn at it by just looking at it. Well, I'm sure if I threw myself at this for long enough, I could do it, right? Like, I threw myself at 8C for a while, and I eventually got it. And I eventually got it, though this is harder. This one room is harder than the entirety of 8C combined. This is the single hardest thing for me in the game. And I feel like it's going to stay that. This is, no joke, I think this room will be several streams. I think this room will be several streams. That's just how it's going to be. But, yeah. It's just like a combination of just the things that I am the worst at. I mean, that's like one of the good things. It keeps happening. It keeps happening, and I don't know why. That's just one of the things with like Farewell, is just the sheer variety of challenges. There's been so many different things. And there's been some that I clearly like types of things that I can lean more into, of just like moving my character and like spacing around and moving around to big areas like that I can do. But things with like awkward timings, like that fish thing, that where it's like that starts throwing me off. And just being like, what? And then when you start getting to the point where it requires my inputs to have like this high level of precision, that's when it's just like, alright, that's the thing that's the hardest for me to do. So there's just all different types of challenges and everything in here that are just hard things to overcome. Again, if I throw myself at this for long enough, eventually I'll make it, maybe. But I don't want to try and like just sit here for 6 hours and try and brute force it kind of thing. We're gonna be here for a long ass time. We're gonna be here for a very, very long time. Ah! 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 I think what's happening there is I'm hitting like the corner. I think when I'm going straight up is when I'm hitting like the very edge of it. I think that's what's happening. I think that's what's happening. I think it's doing the straight up jump thing when I'm hitting the corner. So I don't know whether it's reading it as like I'm doing a wall bounce. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe I'm hitting the corner like at just the right angle, but I'm technically hitting the side of it. And so when I'm jumping, it's counting it as a wall bounce. Maybe that's what's happening. Because I feel like it's only happening when I get to the edge. I mean, if I dash straight down and I'm going up, then I can tell. That I can tell. I probably am moving to the side, but with the wind being as strong as it is, if I'm putting all momentum down as going up and holding right, then it basically neutralizes it. But I don't think that's what's happening there, because I feel like I'm getting the diagonal and I'm just like hitting the corner. Like that. I think that's what's happening there. From what I can tell. Yeah. Ah. So, okay, so here's the thing. Here's the thing with me trying to do the wave dashes, right? And it's just I haven't worked out the trick for the ends. Okay, so watch when I do this first one, right? This first one's easy enough. It's just the normal wave dash timing, just the wind makes it harder. Like, slightly below the apex of your jump is when you do it, right? Watch as we fly across, and I'll describe what I'm looking at. Like, just watch particularly as I fly across. And I'll tell you what I'm looking at, try and work out this first one, and then I'm trying to work that out for the second one, but I haven't got it yet. Because if I can at least work out something to go off of, eventually I might be able to work it out. Because I'm not just mashing my face into a grinder until it works. So I do the first one, right? So that I went straight down, so I got it. That I think I hit the corner. So, okay, so you see, as we fly with that dash, right? There's the rings that are appearing behind Madeline. I'm trying to use that as a gauge. So when we do that first flow through the air, I'm looking at the angle of the rings, and if the ring is like directly straight up, it means we're at the highest point that Madeline's going to be in that, because like the rings will point up if she's still moving up, and they point down because they're just following her, right? So I'm trying to look, and I'm just like, okay, when the ring that is straight up is there, that means we're at the zenith of what that arc is going to be. So at the absolute height of this, because obviously your wave dash is way shallower than like this jump, that should be the right height for it. And I'm doing that, and the timing is hard for it, because I've got to like kind of predict when the circle will appear. Because if I wait for it to appear, then I'm already going to be going down. I can work that out for this first one, like to get the wave dash off of this first block. It's not every time, and it's not even consistent, but at least it's something that I'm looking at, and it is working every now and then. I don't have the visual like looking at it for that second one yet. Don't quite have that. I think hitting the corner is fucking weird. I think I gotta, like, think about it in timing, right? Because it's not the first ring that appears. I think the one that's straight up, if we do the hyper correct in the first place, I think it's the second ring that appears. So if I look for that first ring and just know how long it takes, I can just go, oh, that's when the second one is. Boom, go again. So that that was too slow. That I just fucked up the jump. Fucked up the jump again. So I got the dash, but I mean I did the thing, but I didn't regain the dash. So I don't know if that's just me not delaying the jump enough as I'm on the ground, or if I'm not doing it at the right height to have the timing to do it. Because I think the whole point of the wave dash is it gives you more breathing room for like when you're already getting the dash. It's like the whole point of it. But I might still be pressing jump too early once I hit the ground. But I feel like if I don't mash the jump the moment I feel like if I'm not hitting jump the moment that I hit the ground, then I just slide off the edge and I don't get it. Again, hitting the corners I think is what's doing that. I think that's what's happening there. This is so hard. It's so hard. Ah. For fuck's sakes. Is there a way to turn off that corner thing? Can I check and use that as an accessibility thing? I don't know when it would be useful for it, for that to happen. Like, I don't know when I'd use it, so it's just kind of something that gets in the way. That's if that's what's happening. From what I can tell, because I feel like every time that I do that, like, straight up jumping, I'm hitting a corner. From what I can tell, what's happening is I'm technically wall jumping. From what I can tell. And I guess if I'm doing the straight up jump, then I've already fucked up because I'm hitting the corner with like so little space that I don't have the right timing. So I guess it's actually not something that's actually screwing me over, from what I can tell. It probably isn't actually screwing me over. Like if I'm doing it, then I've fucked up before. If I'm doing it, then I probably fucked up beforehand. It keeps happening. It keeps happening. This is just so hard. This is just so goddamn difficult. Ah, Jesus. Stop. Stop the corner stuff, please. Okay, that was just me dashing down. That I could tell I just fucked up the dash there. That was a simple. God damn it! This is every time I say it now, I'm just like, for fuck's sake. Like, 'cause I was just talking about it. And now I'm just seeing it happen all the time, and I'm just like, oh, ah! Stop! How do I time 10 pixels to wait? Not 10 pixels, 10 frames. How do I mentally do that? How do I mentally go, okay, 10. And then I dash. Because what I can tell, from what I can gather, I think I'm doing it too early. Because I don't think there's I think if you're doing it too late, you just don't get the momentum. I think that's what happens with the hypers. From what I can tell reading that, it's just like, the dash lasts for 15. I mean, the dash lasts for 15. It's between the 10 and 15 time that if you jump, you'll regain the dash in midair. So if you're jumping at 16 frames, you'd regain the dash. dash, but you wouldn't get the momentum, I think. So I think every time that I'm getting the momentum and I'm not doing it, it's because I'm doing it too early. I think that's what's happening. I think if I'm doing it too late, what the result will be is I'll get the dash back, but I won't have the momentum for it. I think. From what I can understand about how the thing functions, that's not like if I'm getting the momentum and I'm looking at the dash back, it's purely I'm doing it too early. So I know to adjust, I just have to mentally do it later. From what I can tell. From what I can tell. Or I'm too close to the edge. Which is also extraordinarily possible. Like if I'm doing it directly on the right hand side, then I don't physically have the time. Though I'd still get the momentum from that, from what I can understand. I need like a timing trick. I need to like, not like a metronome playing while I'm doing this, but I think maybe it might be worthwhile of just like, as a way to teach myself the timing. Like we're at a point where like the game is stupid fucking hard, right? If I have to like use external things to just like help teach me things, I'm fine with that. Like not looking up a video of how to do it, but like stuff that I know about how it works, but just helps me teach like the correct inputs. Like watching a video for it is just like, no, that one, it won't help if it's just teaching me how to do timing. That's not how I work. Fuck. So then I gotta be ready for, I actually did it correctly that time. I mean, I think that time I did it too late, because I didn't get anywhere near enough momentum. Unless I just did, and I just did the dash so late that it felt like I lost it. But just like, go into, like maybe I'll just go into fucking Vegas, right? And just get like a sound effect that's just like a donk. That's like lasts a single frame, like 1/60th of a second, and then just space out two of those sounds to be like 10 frames apart, like a 12th of a second apart, or 1/6 of a second apart, I mean, and then just be like, okay, that's how long it is. Like if I hear dut, or like is it dut, or is it dut, or is it dut? Like, and just get the timing by doing that, and then when I'm just pressing the buttons, I just mentally try and do that sound with the right timing. That might be something that helps. That was way too close to the edge there. Nowhere near enough. I mean, there has to be enough space on this to do it. I swear in 8C, the falling blocks that you're doing it on are smaller than this, all the same size. I can't remember if it's 2 or 4 of them next to each other, but I think it's 2 of them. Like it's 2 of the blocks next to each other, like the crumble ones. That'd be smaller than this, unless there's 4 of them. I mean, I've literally gotten the extended off of it, so there's definitely enough space. I just fucked up the angle there. There's definitely enough space. Oh, there I just didn't. Well, I think I just dashed off the edge. I think I jumped too late because I was literally not on the platform anymore. Not Donkey Kong Country rules. Not Donkey Kong Country rules. So just like roll off the edge and then just jump when you feel like it out of the roll. It's not quite that. Or Rayman Legends. I think Rayman Legends. I don't think Rayman Legends is as generous with it, but I think that happens in Rayman Legends too. Or if you dash off a ledge or do the spin attack off a ledge, you can jump while that's still happening. In Donkey Kong Country, if you're still in the rolling animation, you can do it whenever the fuck you feel like. In fact, certain puzzles like bonus rooms rely on that shit, where it's just roll down and fall all the way down and then here. I think Rayman Legends, it's like, because you don't hit, just fucking up names. You don't persist in the rolling animation like the entire time in Rayman Legends, so I think it only happens like while you're still doing the spin. But I think that game has it as well. It's been a long ass time since I've like properly played Rayman Legends. It is funny how I'm talking about like Donkey Kong and Rayman Legends, because they would have been, before I started playing Celeste, the games that I would rate as like the 2 best platformers that I've played. Donkey Kong Country Returns winning out, but I think that's down more so to personal preference. Rayman Legends is very, very, very good, but I think I put Returns over it for out of personal preference. I mean, this one's won now, and it's not even a competition anymore. But you know. Wow, I felt like I delayed that. I feel like I delayed the motherfucking shit out of that one. Wow, okay. Wow. So I think I'm doing this way too early then. Like right there. Because I'm not getting the dash back and I'm hardly moving. This is definitely going to go better than the wave dash though. I feel like the wave dash is significantly harder. Oh, god damn it. God damn it. So the issue there is I gotta like dash diagonal into it, go straight ahead to go across, and then diagonal again. And we know how bad I am with angles. We know how bad I am with angles. I do not indeed have the nice angle. Not that I should do it now. Not that I should do it now. Because I'd have to get used to playing this game with a different controller. So, will that just... No. So how the... Okay, so I still don't know how to do this then. So I still don't know how to do this. So I can get that part... Do you just have to jump immediately? Like after the dash? Would... It's not like a strict wall bounce of like the go, oh, bonk off it like that. It's not a strict wall bounce like that. But if I just go, and I hit that with like just the right timing, and I'm jumping, do I still have like a little bit of the momentum of the dash left to actually hit that fucking spring? Because I got no idea if that's not working. If I can get there, but like, what the fuck? Hey, Doodles! Someone showed up. Currently experiencing IT. Hell, how are you faring? I'm not in IT at the moment. I'm not in IT at the moment. So despite struggling with this immensely, I'm probably doing better. I've at least gotten the dash after that like a couple times. It is like, okay, I have improved. Or at least I can do it, right? And it's not like I've gone 50 minutes and I've like literally not even gotten it correct once. I have got... Hypers are definitely the solution. Hypers are definitely the solution. They might be harder because of the timing window, but less variables. And we know how, like, the variables can fuck me over. Having less variables makes things easier. Because if I jump, then the variable is when I dash in the air, and also that will affect the timing window that I have for getting the jump on the ground. And that's just... Like, when we're talking about how many things I need, like, with how strict the timing has to be, chucking in more things that will change the timing depending on how I do something, not a great solution. Or at least with the hypers, I do it when I'm on the ground, and I just have to get the timing correct when I do that. And I only have to get it correct on that last one. Because I can just, like, hyper and land for these first two ones. I can just do hyper, by that racist band, you know. And then, at least then, I'll be able to, like, if I just get it right on the end there. Hey, Marcel! Hello, everyone. So I start streams an hour earlier for everyone now, because of daylight savings. And it turns out that me starting an hour earlier is actually too early for everyone. Like, people are showing up at what would be the time before I hit daylight savings. So I think me starting an hour earlier because I'm now in daylight savings in Australia, it's fucking up people. It's fucking up people. Hey, Marcel. I'm struggling and dying a lot. It's the hardest room of the thing. Okay, I'm used to fucking up the angle, but down right? How the fuck did I do that? How the fuck did I get that? Alright, okay. So that's the issue, it's like I'm not always just doing it too early, because I just went off the edge there, so I clearly did it too late. So if I'm right on the edge, then it's just not working. That might actually be a trick. Walk back here. Give myself the most amount of space. I got the notification time, I was just randomly playing Monster Train, a roguelike I had barely played. Monster Train. We're gonna ride the Monster Train. That's not even... Alright. Alright, shut up. So I'm making references that no one would understand. Well, Hannibal would, but... Though even that I'm stretching. Rumble success now can give proper moral support. Now it's not even moral support. Now it's just literally, what the fuck do I do? Literally, what? Now I just straight up don't get it. Oh, actually, ew. Ew, I think I get it, actually. Oh, I think I do get it. It's a green bubble. Green bubbles will respawn. So if I dash into the wall to grab the thing, let go of the wall, let the wind carry me back into the bubble, go straight up, dash out of that, I'll have enough space to hit it. But getting off that wall and back into the bubble is going to... I'm going to clip my head on the spikes so many times. I now get why the spikes are there. I now get why the spikes are there. It's not about making sure you don't do it diagonally as you go across, as you get the key. It's about making sure you don't clip... Oh, fuck me. Hey, Marcelo Doodles, can you confirm one thing for me? Because there's some binoculars after this, is this at least the checkpoint if I get to those binoculars? Is that at least the checkpoint? Because sometimes the game does that, where there'll be multiple checkpoints in a single room. And I think normally binoculars do signify that. Because if that's at least the checkpoint, then I can at least... I won't have to cry. At least I won't have to cry. Hey, if I'm here for 2.5 hours and I get to those binoculars for the first time, I'm ending the stream there. I'm totally fine a 3-hour stream being just this one fucking room. I want to end on these farewell streams on a win for once. So far, both farewell streams have ended me being stuck on a room. Legit don't remember. That's fair. I don't expect to remember on that. I think mid-room binoculars usually checkpoints, but I cannot stress enough that I did not remember at all. Sick. If anyone has spare time, can someone look up someone else's playthrough for it? I just want to know whether I should have a panic attack now or whether I don't need to have one. It changes my... like, is it just a, I'm so close to getting it? Or is it a, I've almost started? If someone, no one has to, but if someone has the time, if they would like to assist by looking at someone else's video for it, I would appreciate that. It'll also determine whether if this takes me 3 hours to do this one part. Because if that's not a checkpoint, and it takes me 3 hours to get there, then I'm just terrified. Actually, if it's not a checkpoint, I will turn on assist. If I get to those binoculars and it's not a checkpoint, I will turn on assist mode to get to that binoculars every time. Fuck you, I'll make my own checkpoint. That I'm willing to do. If it's binoculars and not a checkpoint, I'm willing to create my own. I do not consider that cheating. I do not consider that cheating. My playthrough, I can do what I want. Okay. I held back on how much momentum I gave it to get back onto the bubble out of fear of hitting my head. Hours not enough. I might need to just give it full juice. It might be a full juice, like, hold, because I started holding right, like, after I let go of the wall. It might be a hold right the whole time and just work out the right height to hold the wall at so you don't clip your head. Though this time I'm going to try a full right holding it high. Assist mode is not cheating. Well, I get that, but, like, it's about personal things, right? Like, assist mode in of itself, I would not classify as cheating. Adjust the game to whatever you want for your difficulty. One, it's your fucking game, your fucking playthrough, who gives a shit, right? But also, secondly, the game is brutally fucking... Again, I think this is the hardest game I've ever played. It's just, it happens to be the genre that I am naturally inclined to be better at, so I'm able to actually do it. I might be worse at other games, or not be able to complete other games due to their difficulty, but I think in terms of just raw what the game is asking you to do, I think this is the hardest game I've ever played. Especially now that we've hit, like, 8C and Farewell and stuff like that. So it's about a personal thing. If I went through this room for the first time, using assist mode, I would consider that cheating on a personal level. Like, that goes against what I want my experience to be. Other people, whatever, I don't give a shit. Like, and the only person who shouldn't give a shit is you. And if you do give a shit about what other people do, don't be weird. But from my personal perspective, if I can do this and clear it without using assist mode, then that's what I want to do and that's what I want to achieve. That's just how I am. But if it's not a checkpoint and I hit the binoculars, fuck you, I'm making my own checkpoint, and then I'll use assist mode to get back to that, because it should be. I mean, I would say that this game's assist mode is probably one of the best accessibility things I've seen in a video game, for how much shit it lets you tweak, and it doesn't, like, lock you out of stuff. So I would say that this game's accessibility mode, I would go as far as to say that, like, when it comes to at least, like, difficulty-based things like this, because, like, I feel like a dick saying, it's great for accessibility, and knowing that Hannibal and chat could not play this game no matter what, right? Fuck! So I was holding left so much there that I couldn't do that. So accessibility when it comes to difficulty, not other types of accessibility. Because again, I can't say that this is like what accessibility should be, knowing that Hannibal still can't play this game in any capacity. Or at least from my understanding, I don't think there's any blind accessibility options in this game. But when it comes to something like difficulty, I would say that this game should be like this game should be like the standard of what like games that can afford that in their budget. Hair is really irritating today. I did that stupid thing, which I'm doing way too much lately, because I get distracted by the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV Online. I get distracted, and then I end up having my shower incredibly fucking late, like at 11:30 at night when I go to sleep at 12. And I'm like, I one thing. You'd think I'd learn to sleep early, considering clusters and stuff like that. Nope, not even slightly. In fact, quite the opposite. My brain says, hey, you're going to be fucked over because of clusters, so the rest of the day that you're not being fucked over by clusters, you have to do everything. You have to do that entirely for yourself. So that one was... Well, I don't even know what I did wrong there, because I didn't get the dash back, nor did I get the momentum. So I don't know what the fuck I did wrong there. I don't know what the fuck went wrong there. But, I had a shower at like 11:30. And then after the shower, I was just like, alright, well, time for bed. So I just, like, left my hair. I dried it off as much as I could, because I can't dry my hair massively with my towel, because my hair is incredibly thick, and I don't have a hairdryer. So I just, like, had my towel lying on my pillow, so I would just destroy my pillow with wet hair. And just, I didn't even brush it or anything. So I just went to bed. I just went to sleep with, like, just showered hair. That was, like, 60% dried. And so, of course, when I woke up this morning, my hair was just chaotic and awful. And once it does that, there's nothing you can do to fix it. Nothing will fix it at that point. But sometimes I take good, proper care of my hair, and I do all the things that I should do, and it still says fuck you. My hair's too short at the moment, so I got it done too short. That is an issue. My hair's not long enough right now for it to be heavy enough to, like, be manageable. Or, like, to undo some of the problems that are there. There's, like, a very specific routine that I have to do with my hair to take care of it, while also it being at a... Again, how is diagonal down when I'm doing on that? While also being at a very particular length, and so it's... Fuck me! Getting it right 2 times in a row and just fucking up that last one. Too busy talking about my hair. Which doesn't even change color when I move at high velocities. It's bullshit! I thought I was on estrogen. Urgh. Well, I thought I was on estrogen, and then I realized that the estrogen medication that I take, the levels of estrogen that it applies to my body are roughly like 1/30th of what the average trans person going through feminizing HRT has. So, you know, that's fine. That's fine. It's alright. It's not like I went to literally the one doctor within like a several kilometer radius of me who's willing to prescribe HRT in the first place, and then it turns out that it's someone who does it and screws over their patients by massively underdosing them or anything. It's fine. I'll find someone else. It's fine. It is so irritating that we're coming up to like almost... Actually, no, at this point we would have hit it. We would have hit like 3 years since I've like first took my first bit of HRT, and still it's basically done nothing because I've been screwed over the entire way by various bullshits. It is completely fucked over. Go, go! Woo! Woo! Hurrah! I'm honestly shocked I did that bounce the first time. I'm shocked I did the bounce correctly the first time there. Woo! There it is. Hypers were the way. Hypers was the answer. Hyper has the answer. I was here. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. I kind of want to dive off the cliff immediately just to see if I respawn here, just so I know. I might have been distracted, but I was here. Can I look at the binoculars? It is time. That scares me. That scares me. At least I'm going with the wind in it this time. I don't know if that's better or worse. Okay. So do that. We bounce off there. We go boing. Oh dear God. Okay. We go boing again. Fuck you. You're meant to be going under these things. Boing. Boing. Okay, I don't know what happens once you get here. I don't know what happens once you get here. I don't know whether the wind changes or anything there. So I feel like once you hit that, either the wind is going to be so strong carries you over so you do have a single dash, or you don't, fuck you, suck my dick. And you have to like go the bounce, 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 bounce thing that we've had to do before. While they're all falling. I mean, these are all tricks that I'm way more used to at least. This is all stuff that I'm way more familiar with. Like just bouncing, getting off springs, things like that, wall climbing, wall jumps and stuff like that. This is all stuff that we've been doing for way longer than like hypers and stuff, so at least there's that. At least there's that. I do appreciate at least like just the way the game works mechanically and the way the levels are designed, that when it comes to the wave dashes and the hypers, they are somewhat substitutable. I don't know about 8C. I don't know if wave dashes would work in 8C. I don't think they would actually. I don't think wave dashes would work in 8C because there's spikes like above and below the bricks you have to jump on, and the amount of height you need for a wave dash may not work with that. It may not. Also, the times that they've asked you to do multiple wave dashes in a row in here, the platforms have been getting lower and lower because of the amount of space you need to do the next one, where the hypers are in 8C are like parallel with each other. But at least for this level, it seems like you can interchange wave dashes and hypers, which is, I think, a good design, because wave dashes are taught to you in this level, and they can be funky, whereas you've had to do hypers in 8C. Although I guess you technically don't have to do 8C to do this, you only have to do all the B-sides. Ah! Jesus. Either way. Thank God! Thank God! Thank fucking shit. Okay, good. Okay. Once again, I'm trying to do a wave dash while I'm being fucked over by the wind. Damn it. There we go. Ah, shit. Shit! No! No! Ah, fuck. No! Alright. Sick. Awesome. We got I'm getting so distracted by the wind that I'm fucking like this. Thank God there's checkpoint after all. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I mean, I still would have done the assist mode every time. Fuck it, I wouldn't have given a shit. But I'm just glad that I don't have to, like, turn on and off assist mode all the time. I'd absolutely do that. God damn it. Just with the clap. Fuck. Ah, Jesus. So at least I will say about the wave dashes, it's easier to do a wave dash for the start of a section and get your dash back than it is a hyper. Because the first wave dash is easier to regain than a wave, that. The emoji did appear, in the screen chat. Never mind then. I didn't see. I mean, I'm looking at this one and the one that's like in my OBS. That's like actual Twitch chat. I'm just seeing a clap in both of them. I'm just seeing clap in both of them. So if you did another one, I don't even see it. I don't even see the other one. So now I'm it. So now even I don't know what's going on. But I'll see the other emoji. I'm also curious what it was. It was definitely a penis. Absolutely a penis. Absolutely a penis. You've got the ow! You've got the Twitch thing on that allows you to do penis anymore. I need to fiddle around with stream. Oh god. I need to fiddle around with stream elements to see if that type of stuff is possible to because there's certain things that'll appear in the chat, so they like here, that where I'm visually looking. I guess if you're on Twitch, it's way over that side. But like the actual Twitch chat as opposed to what's appearing on the screen. Because what you see on the screen here, that comes from stream elements. Stream elements is picking up what Twitch is saying and then transporting it to here. But not everything carries over. Although that emo that you're talking about didn't carry over. Like if you put a bit badge in your message, then like the bit badge erases some of the message here. Anything that you do for a sub, the message doesn't appear anywhere, so I just have to read it out. Sub messages don't appear. So I need to work out like how to change all of that. I mean, the sub messages you can probably make it so it appears down here. Like it will say this person subbed or like donated money, and then it will say next to it, "Eat shit and die, asshole," or whatever the fuck the person who's giving me money wants to say to me. If you give me money, you're allowed to say slurs at me, I think is what Twitch's rules is. Bam. I gotta work out, like, I gotta figure out my stream elements and see if there's a way to fix that. So I've got a frowny face that only appears on my phone, not sure why. I have a, colon before that clap. I don't even have that on my end. No one understands how Twitch works. Not even Twitch, apparently, based on some of their recent decisions. Ah! I said to do that slightly earlier, and we would have been fine. Ah, balls! Balls, godly testicles! Koji Fox, why wasn't that the same? Koji Fox. Why would you make it Falls Balls and not Falls Godly Testicles? So close. So close. You were so close to making Final Fantasy XIV a good video game, but you decided not to. That's a new one. That's a new one. Use all this room as fun message. Again, at least this is stuff that I'm used to and I know how to handle. I don't even know what the fuck happens there. I'm more experienced with stuff like this. It makes more sense to me to just look at it and know what I have to do by just by trying to visually pass it. It makes sense to me. I have a definitions of fun. This game is fun. Farewell has been fun. There's just certain parts of it that will just punch me in the face because it's not the type of thing that I'm good at in this game. AKA things that require an input of high precision. Or just like how you control the character in and of itself as opposed to like level precision. Hey! Easy! Fucking easy! Kinda wanna die and do it again. I mean, I'm not going to, but you know. Could. I'm just too much of a coward. Look, at least I'm making progress, right? After that last stream, I was very concerned that we'd get to a point where I just couldn't beat this. As someone who played in 2X, I'm very familiar with getting punched in the face definition of fun. That is something I've attempted. Super Hexagon. Nope. I'm just gonna say no, and I'll leave it at that. I'm just gonna say in the fuck no. Huh? Okay, what I'm looking at, I don't understand. Huh? Huh? See, it's been a bit trying for years. Yeah, I'll take Celeste farewell at those 2x now. Oh, okay. Well, that... You can move up. That's all. Doesn't. Oh. Okay. No, I think I understand here. I'm looking at this and I'm just like, those walls mean you can't even wall climb on them. So how do you do this? So you fly up, grab that, and after you grab the key, you're wall bouncing off of the wall, like the dash and going over, and then zooming up again, wall dash, go boom, fall down, grab that, wall bounce off of there, boom. So you have to wall bounce off of this bottom one here, you have to get in the double. One of these here you have to wall bounce off of as well, and I don't know which one. You go up to the top, you grab that, it goes bing, bing, and then it zooms you over. And then you clear that. So joining the soundtrack though, every hard difficult game needs a banging soundtrack, it's essential. You need music to distract you from how much suffering you're going through. It's essential. I mean, listen to the soundtrack of this game. I mean, that could have gone better. $75 minutes logged in and just beat 1 or 2 levels. Okay. Why am I not going home? Ah! It's like I've played for longer. Some games are just like that. Like, I get, like... I mean, I've had that with the farewell streams of just like, I swear we played for longer than 2 hours today before I hit a wall. But nope, it was 2 hours! Sick. Very short spans for Super Hexagon. I feel like I can handle this game longer than Super Hexagon. But I also feel like I'm better at this game than Super Hexagon, so. Okay. So I'm running into the issue that I noticed there of just like, how will I do that part? I think I have to jump off super jump. I think I have to wall bounce off that first one. And that'll hit me the second one naturally, and then I just jump off of that without the dash. From what I can gather, because if I just normal wall jump off of that middle one, like the first one of the 2 small ones up there, if I just wall jump off of it without the dash, I think I just go over too far. There's a room that managed to confuse me when I played Farewell. Yeah, this is the first room for me for that as well. And also when I replayed Farewell. Hey Doodles, have you beaten Farewell yet? From my understanding, we're racing. I mean, I took like several weeks because you know. By the way, hi, I haven't streamed like video games that aren't Splatoon or Final Fantasy 14 for a while. Hi, I'm back. Life this year has been fucking chaotic and messy in so many fucking ways. And the last few weeks have also been that for various reasons. Mainly just work hours, busy life things, and health issues, like having tonsillitis. I was going to do this earlier, and then tonsillitis fucked me. And then I streamed Final Fantasy 14 4 times in 2 weeks. No, I haven't got much further than last time. I was having a lot of chances to play. Same here. But so I said I can't retain what to do here. I can understand what to do here. I mean, that part I'm not confident of my solution, but I think what I'm trying for works. I mean, you can completely do it wrong and just like it won't work. That's also an option. Well, you know, when you pass me up, because I'm sure it'll happen at this pace. Hey. It is possible that I get like 5 rooms done a week. I would not be shocked if Farewell takes me more streams than the rest of the game combined. I will not be shocked by that. I will say just everything about the concept of what this DLC is amazing. There's like the idea that they come back after like the game's been out for what, a year? This was about a year after the game or so. And it's just like, alright, we've seen what the community's done. We had all these ideas that we put into the base game. We've seen what the community's done. We've seen like what speedrunners have been up to and stuff like that. So we're just going to design a level that is just, alright, fuck it. Every single idea we can come up with and every mechanic we can come up with of how you can use it, fuck it. massive, gigantic level that's just all of those. Let's just, like, I mean, playing the best game, I thought all the mechanics of the game were, like, pushed to their extremes. And they were pushed to extremes in the sense that, like, stuff was difficult, but in terms of just how many different ways they can push the mechanics that have been introduced, like, there's not been a ton of newer mechanics in this. There's been, like, what, the fish, the jellyfish, these double dash crystals, and, oh, the wave dashes, that's what it was, I think. There's a lot of stuff here, like, a lot of stuff that's here. It's stuff that we've seen before, but it's just being used in so many different ways from what we've seen before that's just like, oh, wow. Wow, there's so many more ideas that you have. Holy shit. And it's just like, it does what, I mean, the title of what it's saying is, like, for the story, but I feel like it's also, maybe you do need to use it on that second one. Maybe oh, that's what it is. I jump off of that top one, and I just let myself super and dash into the second one. That's what it is. I have to, like, wall jump to get a little bit of extra height, and then just dash up immediately. Because I need the wall bounce height off of that last brick to grab onto the other wall. That's what I need. But no, it's really cool to have a game that goes, like, is this difficult and has, like, this much skill involved in doing a lot of its stuff. To just have, like, one final batch of DLC that's just like, you know what? Fuck it. The whole point of this DLC is to just push everything to its end. It's like, this is the last hurrah of what this game's going to be. So here you are. It's just, like, tough, like, hard as shit stuff in so many different ways. Like, every last idea that we can get. Let's just fucking go. Really cool idea for, like, a game of this difficulty to have this as, like, its final thing. I'm forgetting what I meant to do there. I jump and then... The issue is that, like, that's what I gotta do. It is, yeah. It's basically press jump on that wall and basically instantly dash. Like, plink from one to the other. Basically instantly. Faster than what that I just did there. Faster than that. No! So yeah, like, a lot of this stuff is hard, but at least it's stuff that I know. Unlike Vipers and Wave Dashes. This is stuff where it's just like, this might be hard, and it may take a long time. But I feel like it's a given that I can do it, because it's all stuff that, like, I've dealt with before. Where if something involves hypers or wave dashes, it's not a given that I'll eventually do it. I could just be stuck there for eternity. And it took like 50 minutes this time around. Actually, I think it took like an hour. Which is longer than what the chrome room ended up taking when we went back for that. Fuck! I just angled that so I can get the wall bounce. Maybe I should just try the super jump. Maybe I should try the super jump and just delay the dash and the jump as late as possible. Like, just delay them both to get as far as I can. Because that might be enough. That might be enough. Fuck it. Bap! Bap. Oh, God. The concerning is I do still feel like I've barely started this. Like, if I'm halfway, I'd be shocked. I obviously don't want to know, but, like, I feel like I'm not even halfway. Oh, actually, no, I might be halfway. I might be halfway. We might have passed the halfway point. Maybe. Maybe. So I'm just thinking of the crystal heart. That might be, like, half. Oh. Nah. Oh no! Fuck. Now I'm just looking at the wall jumps here. Whee! Fuck. God. And the whole thing I was talking about earlier, of just, like, where my skill is of just, like, natural talent, and everything past that is just me bashing my head against the things. Because I imagine there'd be some people who are just, like, for how well you did it, like, the base game and stuff, like, you kind of crushed a lot of that. It's amazing, like, how much harder the hard stuff is for you compared to the stuff that was easier for you. And I'm just like, yeah, once it passes the difficulty, my own personal difficulty scale. My own personal difficulty scaling isn't even a linear curve. My own personal difficulty scaling of just like how hard something is compared to how hard it is for me to do. And like, all right, so this is how hard it is for me to do, and this is how hard it actually is, right? It steadily inclines, like, okay, it's getting harder, so it gets a little bit harder for me. Maybe like at a slight incline like that. And then it's just like, it'll hit a point where it's now just, boom! And then it gets way harder for me for every little bit that it gets harder. It's like, as it starts getting harder, it gets a little harder for me. It gets even more harder. It gets a little bit harder for me. And then it just hits that point. And then it just hits that point of difficulty where I'm just like, all right, natural talent cannot carry me anymore. It is time to bash my head against this until I succeed. And then that's when it just spikes up. And it's just like, every tiny little bit harder it is than that, will result in a massive increase of how hard it is for me. And that's just what Farewell as a whole is. Correction. That's what everything since 7C has been. Everything since 7C has been that. And parts of 8B. And parts of 8B. That's where the game has like really started this. And like, it was like, we had parts that we struggled at in like, even just the A sides, right? And there was a couple moments in like B sides where I was just like, all right, we gotta give this some go, we gotta give this some juice and stuff like that to get through it. And like, yeah, that's like what I expect, right? And like, I get all that. But like we very much got to the point where it was just like, okay, the worst rooms of like the B sides are taking me like 20 minutes. I think there was that one room with like the rotating flames that was like at the checkpoint room in 8B. That took me like 40 minutes or so. But like it was a very quick jump from, okay, rooms are taking me like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or anything like that to, all right, rooms are taking me several hours now. But the jump between those happened pretty quick. Yeah, okay, this part is also... This part is also another section where it's just like, okay, what's the actual strat here? Again, I have two ideas, and it's just both of the ways that I've tried. Honestly, they feel pretty similar in terms of like an execution. I think both of them would work. It's just you gotta do, regardless which one you go for, you just gotta do it right. Jump off of that one and get the super bounce on the second one, or super bounce on the first one and then just have enough momentum that you're still getting a big jump off the second one. I think both of them would work. It's just which one you do, you gotta do right. And I'm pretty sure both of them just require jumping off that first one as late as possible, so you don't do what I just did and faceplant into the spikes. You also have to get to it. That's also a very important part. You also have to actually fucking reach it. That is also incredibly important. You also have to actually reach it. That was just stupid. Ignore me. Whee! Do I have flickies on? I can't remember where I reset my computer since I was streaming. I don't have the flickies by the way. It's been several days since I streamed, so I don't actually remember. It's like, have I reset my computer since then? Or did I reset my computer and remember I have to readjust for the flicky, so I did it without streaming? That is also possible. I may have consciously been aware I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know what I do. See what I'm doing in this level? Do you think I have any idea what I'm doing at any given time? Fuck. Well, I don't know what I just did there. I don't fucking know. This bitch is on autopilot 24/7 all the time, no matter what I'm doing. Okay, I gotta stop hitting my face on these buttons. Well, I think that one was my Josie voice. Stealth! Stealth! Stealth. Yes, okay, so what's the actual strategy? I now understand what you're talking about, myself. What, like, the actual strat for that section? Like, I'm not getting enough height sometimes. So something like this isn't as despair-inducing as the other rooms. Because it's like, I get what to do here. It's like that other shit that I was saying, right? About like why the hypers and the wave dashes and stuff, why those are the parts of the game that I struggle with the most. And it's because they require like so much input precision as opposed to just like working out the correct way of doing it. So when something's input precision, it does just feel like it's I gotta throw myself at it until I just happen to get it. Because it's really hard for me to like make myself get it correct. With something like this, it's just like, okay, I just gotta work out how to do it. And then just do it. But like, me being able, like, I have enough confidence that I'll be able to work out how to do something. I have more confidence that I can work out how to do tricks like this as opposed to doing something that is incredibly frame precise. I think part of what I'm fucking up is that jump on the bottom there, actually. Because sometimes I'm jumping off that and I'm just like barely even reaching the other sides. And I think I'm possibly just jumping too early. Like I'm doing the actual wall bounce too early. I mean, that was the problem in the chrome room, right? I was doing the wall bounce too early. Every time I didn't make it over that big wall of spikes, I was doing the wall bounce too early. Or I fucked up somewhere before there. But if I got the wall bounce and I did it too early, I wouldn't make it over. Like, delaying it as much as I could helps me get over. Like that, see? I did that later, so I got way more of a into the airframe. And I think I'm fucking that up down there. Because it's been like quite a few attempts since I even was able to try the other method of jump off that first one, as opposed to wall bounce off of it. Yeah, so I'm just like I'm fucking up that part, which is good. Confusing because it's the same as that one that I just fucked up. Never mind. I get why I'm fucking it up. It's the same as these things that I'm nailing. I say as I fuck it up twice enough, bro. All right. Again, it's always a despair-inducing to fail. Because I know it's just, because this feels way more reasonable for me to eventually do. It may take a long ass time, but like, I feel I can eventually do it. But when it comes to the other stuff, it's just like I have no confidence like this will actually happen. And now I'm just fucking part over and over again. We've hit the valley again. We've hit the valley of alright. Alright. I have struggled enough here that I'm like fucking all the parts that up. Okay. Once we get past this, then I'll start crushing the other area. That's how it works. I think part of the issue that I'm having here is I'm not having confidence. I think I'm assuming I'll fuck it up, so I'm not actually preparing myself to actually grab onto the fucking wall if I do it correctly. I think I probably could have grabbed it that time if I just like moved myself in the correct way once I got off there. I think I got enough height to do it. But I just assumed that I wouldn't get it, so I wasn't ready for it, so I didn't actually try to move myself correctly. Which is a definite issue that I'm having sometimes. Of just assuming I won't do it, so I'm not ready for when it succeeds. And look how many times I missed the bubble over there, right? Like in the first room today. We're gonna hit 10,000 deaths in this one fucking level. I swear to God. I don't think we've hit 1,000 deaths yet. Okay, no. No. Wall bouncing off the first one just doesn't give you enough height. Unless I just fucked up the wall bounce on the first one, though, which is incredibly possible. I jumped super early. But still. If you may need to wall bounce off the second one. Which I don't want it to be that because that's way harder. It is way harder. Which is probably why it's what you gotta do. Probably why that's the solution. Because it's harder. That's like, because you gotta jump off that first one and get just like good timing to just then immediately. That is not easy. That is incredibly not easy. Because if you don't dash fast enough after that wall bounce, you're just gonna hit the fucking spikes. So you got, well, not wall bounce, the wall jump. So you gotta, like, wall jump off that first one. And then just basically immediately dash straight up. Which is, you may be surprised to learn this, which is indeed fucking terrifying! Unless you can technically wall jump, wall bounce twice. Can you wall bounce twice? Because if you start the dash and hit the jump button off that first one, basically immediately in the other order, like you... So you got the two there, right? Where it's got pop, pop. Well, I guess you're watching it that way, so it's pop, pop. If I dash down here and like fucking immediately jump off of that to give myself the height to reach the one that's over here, could I reach this one while I still have my dash momentum? So jumping off of this would also technically be a wall bounce. Because I don't know if I've gotten the other thing of like jump off the wall, then dash to wall bounce off the second one. I don't know if I've gotten that to work. I mean, I imagine that is possible. But I wonder if the double wall bounce is also technically possible. I'm realizing an issue I'm running into. I have so many ideas of how to do this that I'm not sticking with one and testing it until I know for certain whether it does or doesn't work. So I keep trying different things, and I'm not getting better at any of them because I keep trying different shit. I'm also just not getting it to that frequently because I keep fucking up the simple parts here. I say simple parts, it's mechanics that were in core, which is like past a lot of the other rest of the game, but still, the simple parts, you know? No, I feel like if I dash there and jump super early, I'm just going to run into the same issue if I'm hitting the spikes. I think I'm just going to run into that issue. I can't tell if I'm not jumping there, or whether I'm grabbing it too low. I actually don't even know if you need to press the jump button on this. I don't even know if the jump button on that helps. Well, it feels like it does. It feels like it does. Though hitting it low is absolutely still important. You gain more speed the longer run. Yeah, I jumped there and I grabbed it relatively high up, so. That might have... okay. I think doing the thing where I delay the wall bounce as long as I can, you know how it gives me that extra pop? I think it also means that I have lower speed, which... Why'd I go around the wall there? I don't even know what I did there. I think getting the wall bounce on that bottom one might not be for any of the strats. Because I think getting the wall jump off that bottom section properly both gives me more height by just giving me more boost, while also giving me less speed, so I'm less likely to actually collide with the spikes as I launch the other way. I think. I'm not sure. Not confident in this, but you know. Whee! Whee! Oh, shit. So there's, it's like, did I do the wall bounce and just didn't optimize it well enough? Nah, I think you definitely need... I'm really starting to think you definitely need to hit the wall bounce off the second one. Off the first one just doesn't seem to be enough. Which again is terrifying, because trying to jump off that first one to then dash to wall bounce off the second one is so much harder. It's so much harder to do it that way. It's so much more difficult, which again is probably why that's the correct way to do it. Probably why that's how you're meant to do it. Goodness. Again, I don't feel frustrated being stuck in this room. It's not. This room isn't a frustrating room to be stuck in for me. It's not like the wall. It's not like the hyper dash stuff. Like this is something it feels like I can eventually do this. Just it'll be hard. And I am making progress, and I'm making new revelations to go along. Which I just don't feel when I have to wave dash. God. Whee! I keep fucking up that one, which is irritating. Like, I say I can get these two just fine. I think a lot of the times that I'm doing these first two, if I did that same one at the end here, it wouldn't work well enough. I think that's part of the issue. Like, I keep going, I'm getting these ones fine. Why am I not getting it right on that one? I think you don't need it to be as fine on these ones. So that's why it feels like it's okay. That is gonna be tough to jump off, like, to close enough. Because again, I think I have to wall jump off that lower one, immediately dash. See the wall bounce on the next one. Which the actual wall bounce itself doesn't terrify me that much. It's the dashing that soon after a wall jump. That's the part that terrifies me. So you need to cancel your momentum to actually not hit those spikes. Which I barely jumped that time. And it was still too much. Just constantly fucking on that bottom one. Damn it. Damn it. Ah, Jesus. Is this the third room we've done today? Okay, we haven't done it. I shouldn't say it that way. Is this the third room we're on today? I think it's literally the third one. Oh my god. Oh my god. I think it's literally the third room. You might want to count it as 4 because that first room had a mid-room checkpoint. I'm gonna count it though because it makes me feel better. I don't know why I'm fucking up that one so much. I think it's just because I'm not ready for it. Because it's all, well, most of it's not good at it. Because I'm doing these ones way sooner after like jumping and everything. So I'm more prepared for it. Where that I'm just like falling a long distance and then it's gonna go, okay, now I do it. You see how long I delayed that jump for that time? The dash is like fully ended. Damn it! Back in the valley! Back in the valley! Woo! Thank God this music's a fucking banger though, right? Thank fucking God this music's a banger. Why is that the one I keep fucking up? Wait, can I? Give me a peeky for a second. No, okay. I was about to say, the bottom of that, can you actually grip onto it? Because there's a block there. No, the block's still covered by the thing that won't let you grab onto it. I'm just like, why am I seeing a block there? How is it not just all like the same texture? It just changes texture. Nice. It just changes texture like halfway down. It's not an actual gravity. I was like, can you grab the bottom of it? Is that what I'm like doing wrong here? No. The texture just changes. Maybe I'm fucking up the angle there. I wonder if that's what's happening. Because I'm like, well, I went diagonal there. Maybe that's part of what my issue is here. As always, bad angle. As always, it's the terrible angle. That's what's fucking me up here. I think I still fucked up that angle, but it worked. Yay! Woo, woo, woo! I did it off the bottom one. I just did it right. The bottom one works. The bottom one does work. It's just not easy. It's just, yeah, you gotta do the wall bounce right. Just, like, get the right timing on both of those. I think what happened is that I did what I said. That I got the dash off of both of them. Well, I did a wall bounce and I technically wall bounced off both of the platforms. I think that's what I did, which is what I was predicting. That's like actually part of the strat. Woo! There we go. Huh? This is funny. I appreciate they let you walk into the next room though, so it does give you the checkpoint. It does give you the checkpoint, so you just gotta jump down, dash into it. That's funny though. Alright. Yeah, you haven't had to do secrets in this. Regardless of my desperation to try and find secrets earlier with the jellyfish, despite how hard I fucking tried. Okay, so rah. I have to brah up to that. I don't like that. I'm not a fan of that. I'm not gonna lie. Now we'll get that, and then we just go fly Izumi's. Oh, fuck, we still need him over here? Ah, fuck, we still need him over here. So it's like, the game can show me as far ahead as it wants to here. Without seeing how Kevin moves, I cannot pass what I should do here. Without actually controlling Kevin, I can't tell what the best strat is here. Spiral pattern in the wall. Just little cute things in the glitchy texture walls here. Tardigrades in the background, because tardigrades are just so cool. Again, without actually moving him, I can't tell what I'm meant to do. Like, it's cool to see what's ahead. It doesn't help me for shit, though. That went fantastically. Everything went as intended. I just forgot to hold down. I don't know why. That's just on me. Oh, okay, I see. I see. So he has to go through the top. Okay. Ow. Okay, that's why it's a double. Because you gotta dash there and then... Okay. Okay, I get you. I get you. Again, stuff that's hard to work out until you actually start doing it. So this is a double. Fuck. So as he falls down, you gotta go boom, let yourself fall, and then grab the feather. That's okay. So looking ahead, I couldn't really work that out. Kevin Blocks is something very much where it's like a learn by doing. Oh, you gotta be really fucking fast on that too. Right. Right, you gotta be so quick on that. You gotta be real quick on that. Oh, Jesus. How? You have to be so fast. You've got to, like, stop dashing so optimally to start running. Ow. I guess it would make more sense to just be closer to the edge of Kevin, so I don't have to move the entire way over. I keep standing in the middle. I keep standing in the middle, which is just me being dumb. That makes more sense. That makes more sense. I'm doing great. Don't worry about it. Kevin, no! Why'd you leave me? Kevin! Kevin, please! I'm all alone here. Kevin! Kevin, run away from me! Okay. Not sure what to do once you grab the feather there, because I think the idea is I have to... Which I hate saying this. As Kevin's coming back and I have the feather, I think I have to dash into Kevin from the bottom, grab the gem, and as he's going down, hit him in the side and then land on top of him. And then he goes... Which I don't like that. That sounds difficult. I want the game to be easy, because I'm a coward. Feather's also terrifying. Like, I just don't trust myself with the analog stick like that. Let him go down further. Let him go down further. I don't know if it's best to try and land on top of him and then just do a side dash when it's appropriate, or just try and side dash on him as soon as I can. I think just landing on top of him. I think just landing on top of him is the better strat. Until that proves it doesn't work. For the time being, it's what I'm going to try. And then just do this, right? No! No! Wait, before we do that, I just want to look ahead. When I do send him across, how does he break everything? So, okay. Everything there goes up full height. We have to grab a double dash here. That terrifies me. He's gonna keep going ahead. He'll smash all of that. Oh, so we grab the double dash, because as he's flying along here, we've got to hit him at like just the right time from the top that he'll go straight up. He's not going to make it all the way, so he's going to launch us a little bit. We use the second dash to get up to the top. Okay. Okay. This is reasonable. This is reasonable. This is way more of a puzzle than super precise movement. It's still precision based. Like it still requires good precision, but it's like it's nothing like something else. Fuck, yeah, okay. I have to let him go down basically as far as he can go, but he does need to still go very quickly. So maybe just let him go down and then just try to hit him as opposed to landing on top of him. Fuck! None of this makes any sense. Somehow salvage that. Somehow salvage that. Fuck! I just missed the fucking feather. I didn't even notice that until I was about to die. I'm like, why am I flashing? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, that's why. Fuck me. Okay. As they say, fuck my ass. Shit. This we're pretty sure that's where I gave up. Hey, Domino! I got past the other room, so. As you can see, I'm doing great at this one, too. There was a room earlier that was... Kevin! Oi! Kevin! Kevin's been a dick, sorry. I'm gonna fight this morning, sorry. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Did I say hi? I think I just started yelling at you. I think I started yelling at you the moment you came in. I'm sorry. Let me start off by, like, actually being polite. Sup, cunt? Just kill me. Really, this room is tough, but it's tough in a different way. Like, I mean, that's what I've liked about Farewell as a whole. That's what I think has been fantastic about Farewell as a whole. Is that... Fuck me. Kill me. I'm the one who never says hi either. I don't expect people to say hi in chat. I don't expect people to say hi in chat. You're here to be funny because I'm sure as shit not gonna do it. So, your job's to be funny when you tell me. Your job's to be funny when you show up. My job is to be polite and not entertaining. My job's to be polite and to give you parasocial vibes to continue coming back by me saying hello to you all the time. That's my job. Your job's to be actually entertaining. I think I'm now standing too far over because he keeps missing himself. Whee! Don't miss the feather. Nice. No! I hit it wrong. You hit it be funny. My chat's job is to be funnier than I am. Chat is funnier than me. I've said this. I've said this a number of times. Chat usually is the one that comes up with the jokes. I had a fucking Twitch survey come through recently. I don't even know how any of that happened, but alright. I don't know how I fucked up that severely that time, but wow, impressive. I'm basically impressed by how much I fucked up. No, I got an email saying that my Twitch users were recently surveyed on what they find entertaining about me as a content creator. Way too early. Way too fucking early. God damn it. Way too fucking early. Wow, okay. Twitch surveyed my viewers about like what they like about my content. And apparently the most common answer was humor. Which one? I don't even know if I make that many jokes. But also, second, my chat's funnier than me. Okay, I gotta stand on his back off when I do that, because standing at the front there won't work. That's what that is. Chat's funnier than me. If my chat is here for the humor, they're here for the humor that they talk amongst themselves more than anything. There we go. There we go. There we go. I mean, I think that in general about my content. I'm always confused when people say they like me because I'm funny or anything like that. Because I don't feel like I make jokes. Like, if I'm saying jokes, like things like actually properly constructed jokes, if I'm doing those, I don't notice when I'm doing them. Like, I feel like what I put out in terms of like what people would find entertaining is just like the way I discuss things or the way I react to things. I don't know, maybe it's the way I react to things that people find funny. Or maybe it's when I just bring out the real Australian and my commentary just becomes a series of curse words. Maybe that's what people find funny. I don't know. But if people saying it's just like, I'm here for the belly laughs. You're just reading chat. You're just reading chat. That's all that is. Okay. I hate this. Because I hate these things. Honestly, there's also so few options in my memory. Humor might have been the closest option. Guess let's say you make jokes, but you make fun of the right things in an unapologetic way. Fuck. Again, I feel like I don't make jokes. I think I just say what my thoughts are, but I just say them in a silly way. Ah, the wind changes! Oh, God! That, almost a jump scare. Was that humor? Does that count as humor? I don't know. I hate this thing so much. Fuck these things. I hate them. I hate them. You can't just turn them into stars and make me not realize they're from Celestial Resort. It's not how this works. You can't trick me, Celeste. Fucking piss. Haha, you died again. That's what it is. That's what it is. People find it funny when I do the video game badly. God, I must have the funniest Twitch channel then because wow. Wow is the only thing I do play video games badly. I say that like while I'm doing Celeste and fucking Hollow Knight. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that I play video games badly anymore after Hollow Knight, especially. Okay, I don't know if I'm good at that game. I think I've worked out how to succeed in that game. I don't think I'm good at that game. Why did I dash? Actually, speaking of Domino, while you're here, have you seen episode 5 of Hollow Knight? I just have to ask. I have to ask. Because I know you were watching it on YouTube. There's some comments and stuff on YouTube. Have you seen episode 5? Apparently a lot of people missed it. I don't know whether it just didn't show up in sub boxes or whether people don't notice what I'm uploading because half my content right now is Splatoon. Because I'm still catching up on like all of the launch stuff I did for Splatoon plus the story. Well, like episode 5 of Hollow Knight has like half the views of anything else. Ah! Again, I don't trust myself moving through here. The way I hold the analog stick is just like not conducive to these types of movements. Whee! Whee! I hate hatred and death. Okay, moving slow at least lets me like pass what I'm doing here a little bit more. Like I'm moving faster in this shit. Here you go. Because even when you go down, right? Because you're not going against the wind, you speed up kind of there. Because you're just not having your speed lost. So it's like your speed is so constantly changing here. That's the hard thing. That's the challenge here. Oh god, this room. That shit. This is like when we meet characters in Hollow Knight. Every time we meet a new character in Hollow Knight, it's just like, this character, love hearts. And it's just like, okay, that's just every single character in Hollow Knight. And I feel like for Celeste in Farewell, it's been the same thing. Oh god, this room. If someone has said that about literally every room since like the first like level checkpoint. It's just a different person depending on what room it is. It's just a different person depending on the room. See, this is one where I'm not even trying to work out what to do. I'm just trying to react to the moving things, and I'm just hoping that one time it'll work out. That's all I can do. I can't work out a game plan to work around these things. I can work out a game plan for like the beginning of these things, and then just try and work out what works from there. Good point. Going to YouTube. I started watching it. I did missed it. Must have autoplayed when I was asleep. Damn. It's a good one too. It's a good episode. Not that the title makes it clear. I don't know what that English was. Don't worry about it. Have you heard the way I fucking talk? Fucking chip. Dick piss. Is that my humor? Is it just when I start swearing? Is it just when I start Australian swearing, which is just stringing together a bunch of curse words in a way that doesn't make any sense? I sound like post-orgasm Poison Ivy. That's what I sound like. Don't change this fucking... Oh, damn it. It changed the speed in the middle of it again. Ah, shit. Damn it. I haven't watched the Harley Quinn TV show, but I did watch a video that was like a compilation of gay clips from the first 2 seasons. So I'm basically caught up, ready to watch season 3. I'm basically caught up. And I didn't have to see the anti-Semitism for the rest of the show. Okay. So I'm running into an issue there of trying to move up and down so much. My thumb is slipping off the analog stick. So I need to work out a way to hold the analog stick where I can hold it that way and do slight movements without my thumb falling off the fucking thing. No, I think like overall the Switch Pro is my favorite controller. Just like out of any of like the standard pad controllers, like ever. I love this controller in so many ways. Primarily, it's just like it's the right size and shape for my hand, with a button layout that I like and triggers that I like. But I will say I'm not a massive fan of analog sticks, just because I don't think the divot that's in an analog stick on the Switch controller, it's just not quite deep enough. Like I can't hold my thumb on top of the analog stick and have my thumb stay on top of the analog stick. It wants to slide out because the divot's just not big enough. Because it is, especially like when I compare it to the PS5 controller, where like on a PS5 controller, the divot is just like, I don't know whether the divot's more pronounced, or whether it's just flatter, or whether the bumps around the outside are bigger. But I can move around my thumb on top of a PS5 stick and it stays in place way more. Whereas on this, it slides off a bit more. Maybe it's because of where it is. Maybe it's because it's not down there. Maybe because it's up there, just the angle that I have it on. Because I just noticed when I'm doing a lot of movements like this, I'm basically keeping my thumb like on the edge of the stick. Okay. Heavy wind, hit the bump on the side, dash straight ahead. So that's why the feathers kind of panic me here, because I can't just hold my thumb on top of it and then just navigate around, because my thumb will eventually slip off. But if I'm just trying to navigate by holding it on the side, it's harder to be more precise. Though I haven't played a game that requires this much precision movement with an analog stick on a PS5. So maybe if I did something that was this precise on a PS5 with an analog stick, I'd run into the same issue. That is entirely possible. That is entirely possible. I mean, most games that have analog stick controls usually don't ask you to be precise. And also, a lot of people don't play Celeste on an analog stick, which is totally fair. That's just a me thing. That's just a me thing. I can't platform on a D-pad. By far, the most fucked up thing about me as a person. Not my shitty personality, not my health issues that I have, and, well, the face is a close second, but definitely the most fucked up thing about me as a person. The thing that just, like, kind of makes me just, like, not worthy of rights, right? It's the fact that I play platforms with the, why did I dash up here? I think that was actually a mistake. That's the thing that makes me the most fucked up, is the fact that I play platforms with an analog stick. And it's not just a Celeste, it's platforms as well. I'm playing Hollow Knight with an analog stick. Rayman Legends, analog stick. Fucking Donkey Kong Country Returns, D-pad, because it was on a, on the Wii. But Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze on the Switch and the Wii U? How'd that not kill me? Go, 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 go. Yo! 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 She's back. First place list on keyboard, but how the fuck would you play this game on keyboard? That sounds like a nightmare. Battlin's back! Battlin's back! I didn't ask for your help. I know, but come on, Madeline. Think this through. What's your end game here? All that matters is finding Granny. Then maybe I can bring her home. Even if the whole universe is against me. Aren't you worried about getting lost up here? I'll figure it out. Look, Madeline. We're in space, chasing a mysterious bird. None of this is real. You're dreaming. Which, yeah. TH2 on a keyboard. I want to say things, but none of them are nice. She's gone. It's time to wake up now. But if we wake up, we'll never see Granny again. I can't believe you wanted to disappear forever. You're always so selfish. First of all, it's a bird. We don't know that it's her. And second of all, we need to take a step back here. No, you need to take a step back as she steps forward. I'm doing this, with or without you. I'm done letting you hold me back. Granny needs me. Okay. Good luck. Damn, they really turned that saturation down, didn't they? Look at Madeline! She's way less colorful than before. Look at her! Just cranked that shit down. Wow. Also, I really appreciate, like, how this game is handling this, like... Because, like, during the entire game, it's been, like... Madeline is, like, refusing to accept what, like, the battle and... Fucking... Oh, God, okay, that's what we're doing now. I guess that's what we're doing now. That's what we're doing. Okay. Okay. Cool! That's why the music's like this. Okay. Fucking sick. Awesome. Just so sexy. No, during the base game, like, Madeline's, like, determination and stubbornness, let's be honest. Like, that's what helped her push through and get to the point where she got to the top of the mountain and stuff like that. But it was also that same side that didn't let her accept what was actually happening with Madeline. Like, even after people tell her, you need to accept what Madeline is is. You need to accept that Madeline is a part of you. That it's just like, this is something that you're feeling inside of yourself, just being made manifest. Like, Theo literally tells her all of that. Then immediately afterwards, she's just like, oh, I just need to cut you out, and you're gone, and it's solved, right? So it's very clear that, like, part of Madeline's traits is that she is a determined and stubborn person, which has shown to be positive. Like, there are situations in the game where she got through because she's so determined. But it's also very clear that it's also just, like, it's manifesting itself in toxic ways as well. I mean, it did that in the game with how she's doing that. But everything about this is just that taken up to an immense degree. Like, the complications that she's having dealing with grief are just magnifying that determination and stubbornness of hers to do this and stuff like that. Like, it's not that Madeline is, like, the positive aspects of herself and Madeline is the negative aspects of herself. They're just, like, they split apart because they're relatively contrasting to each other. Like, determined, stubborn, and headstrong and stuff like that, compared to self-doubt, anxiety, and stuff like that. And it's just like, both of those things exist within herself, and yeah, they kind of contrast each other. Yeah, that's the point. Like, the point is that, like, her working through this is just like, yeah, she has these traits within her that not only contrast each other, but end up exhibiting themselves in ways that is not like healthy and things like that. Because, like, Madeline was the same during the game as well. Like, it was her anxiety and self-doubts and like lack of confidence, and just like kind of just assuming that everything's doomed and stuff like that would just like literally lash out against her. It's just like, no, everything's fucked, and I'm going to prove it to you by literally being self-destructive and stuff like that. So, like, I appreciate that it, like, this is just going even further and making it even more clear with that concept of just, like, it's not a case of just Madeline is the negative traits of her. Like, No. No, it's a part of her that contrasts the other part that you see normally. And it's not that one is good or one is bad. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Like, for a game that doesn't have a shit ton of dialogue, like, there isn't a ton of words in this game. Characters talk, but, like, characters talk in sentences that are at most, like, what, 20 words long and stuff like that, and at most have, like, a handful of, like, sentences before the conversation stops. The most we got at the beginning of Chapter 6 with Theo. Like, that was an extended period of dialogue and stuff like that. Just for a game that doesn't have a shit ton of dialogue, it handles these topics with more nuance than most video games just ever. I really appreciate that. This section's gonna be so fucking hard, isn't it? By the way, four. By the way, 4. Need to point that out. 4, by the way. 4. There's 4 colors now. And it's just extended sequences of this. Sick. Sick. You've ever passed me now by now? Oh! Spoilers. Spoilers then. Okay, so actually, what am I doing here? I can literally look ahead. Literally how? Literally how? I don't get this. I don't know. I don't understand anything that I'm looking at. Like, this part, yeah. Like, past like, the yellow one, I can kind of see. What? Literally, what the fuck is this? Literally, what the fuck is this? Literally, what the fuck is that? I don't even know where to begin there. I think I do, actually. I hate it, but I think I get it. No, I don't get it. Never mind. Never mind, I don't get it. No, I don't get it. No, I don't get it. No, I don't get it. I don't even know how to begin the first part of this entire thing. No, I don't get it. I don't even know how to do this first part. Section was my favorite first time I played. This felt way more manageable in replay though. I just literally don't. Timing, sure, whatever. I just literally don't even understand what you're meant to even attempt to do here. None of it makes sense to me. Like, at all. I can't even pass a little bit of it. None of it makes sense to me. I guess, okay. If you just run and jump in time. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm just overthinking it. This first part, yeah, okay, this is not as bad as I was thinking. It's not as bad as I was thinking. I didn't even get the jump back. I was thinking, do I have to like hyper and like bounce around that? No, okay, no, I'm overthinking this first part. It's fine. I'm just overthinking that first part. That's fine. I get you. I get it. I get it. I get it. Too quick. Too quick. Fuck. Jumped too early. So literally the entire music is just going to be a metronome, so there is that. I apologize if this I apologize for how long you're going to be hearing this chime sound for. Because guess what? Gonna be a while! Balls. What are the objects in the background here, by the way? Is that just broken rocks? I can't tell what they are. Well, that's a car. I got distracted by the car. There's a car. I don't know what these first things are. Oh, are they like broken hearts with chains? I think they're broken hearts with chains on them. The metaphor. Fucking angles. Angles. There we go. There we go. Okay. Whew. This is gonna be a section, isn't it? This is gonna be a section. So this is full level design based around this. This is something we haven't had for basically the entire fucking game. Okay, what the fuck is that? What the fuck is that thing? Look at it in the back there. It's like a giant muscle thing. With like a box set that's going bleh. And then there's a destroyed castle over the other side. Alright. So long, tardigrades and inklings. Crazy number of ideas they decided to put into this real DLC. It's amazing. It is absolutely fucking wild how huge this is and how much shit there is here. Yeah, and all of it being free. There's also another, like, what the fuck? What? Okay. Okay. We're not playing to like a beat where we're gonna slow down and do it. We're playing on a time limit on this one. I'm going too fast. Once again, running into the issues of being too good at video games. No! I probably didn't even need that, honestly. No fucking piss of a dick of a shit. Whee! You don't need anyone. You don't need all of these because you get the dash back every time. But it's fun to use them all. Jesus. What the The timing! The timing! Brain, what the fuck was that? I'm fucking up there because I'm missing the yellow bounce. And then I'm dashing into the blue and it's way too early. There we just do that. There we go. Who even needs the last one? Easy. Oh dear, fuck me. Fuck. So just everything in the background is just completely and utterly fucking destroyed. Okay. I didn't remember like one of the final levels in Mario Galaxy 2, I think it is. Maybe no, tell it 2. Mario Galaxy 2. Not like the final level, but one of the final ones. Like the final level of Special World that isn't like the ultimate final like Grandmaster Galaxy. Alright, so we hit this. We gotta jump over that. What in the fuck is this? What the fuck do you do? What? How? What? Oh, there's another double dash I couldn't even see. I'm an idiot. There's a double dash gem there. I'm just like, wait a minute, you grab that, and then you go over that. What? There's a double dash gem there. Okay. Again, really hard to tell what to do without just throwing myself at it until we die miserably and painfully and sexually. I think I have to hyper into that. Oh, wave dash. Or I can completely fuck up the entire point of doing that. You know what you no fucking clue. What? What? Somehow I still think that's really. Yeah, no fucking clue. Piss. Okay, I kind of have a clue now. There's a semblance of a clue. Ow. Sad. Jesus. Wow, I actually struck that like that. What I'm doing there is panicking. In case you're wondering, I'm panicking and having no idea what to do. It might be best to just let go and just try and land on that bottom one, not to just grab it. Piss! I keep going back to earlier, so I'm actually technically on it as it's free-forming. It's good. It's throwing me off because the first one, it's definitely way better to be too early. But on the second one, it's better to be late. And it's completely throwing me off. Also, I'm bad at the video game. Also, I'm bad at the video game. No, I don't know. Yo-yo days. Fuck me. Just do the wave dash. How was I so early that time? What did I do that made me so early that time? Hey, there we go. There we go. A lot of panic at the end there. Don't slow it down. I just got used to the rhythm. Don't slow it down. Actually absurdly simple. Okay, what about this is throwing me off? What about this is throwing... Something about this is throwing me off. What about this timing is weird to me? Or is it just because it's faster than this it's throwing me off? I think it's just because it's faster. I think it's just because it's so much faster. Okay, so red bubble. To there. Because you need a method on that. Okay, so that goes over. Once again, I can't really work this out without throwing myself at it to see the timing of everything. Can't really tell you. Shit. Okay. My initial idea is not gonna work. Fuck. My idea was gonna go. Well, I'll do it through the camera. I was doing the right. I was doing the right way for the camera there. To go like, bloop, and then we go. Boop, 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 boop. That makes sense. No, I just think that timing just doesn't make sense no matter how you do it. I don't know if that works. Why'd I go up? Try to go up. Oh, what if I dash over instead? Diagonal dash through the pink block that's not there. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough. Fuck, this is gonna be hard. Just, it's hard to work out what to do. Like, that's the issue here. Execution will be fine once you get it, but working out what to do here is gonna be very tough. Like, that's the difficulty here. Take it. Completely wrong. Saved it. Didn't save it. I have an idea. It's a terrible one. This. Fuck, what's the timing that I do at the beginning here then? What is that? That part I'm not sure what to do there. That part I don't know. So I don't know how to get that bottom one. The only way I can think to get it is that middle orb has to go to the right, which we've got to land in there with good timing to do that. Which, gross. Is that fast enough for that work? No, there's no. I don't think going as fast as possible there is a solution. It's like I'm doing the first time I go through. That's why I go up, isn't it? Or was there just enough time? No, even at like full hell, go as fast as you possibly can. No. Whoops. Don't know what I was on there. Thing is, I could be going about this from, like, wrong from the immediate outset. I could be doing that, and it's so easy that could be, like, the case. Too fast. But I don't even know how to work out, like, another solution. I think that might be it. That might be it. Wait, huh? Did I not hit all the keys that time? I didn't hear the chime for the door. Did I miss one of them? I thought I hit them. Like, I still died, yeah, but... Oh no, I must have just missed it. There we go. There we go, that's what it is. That's what it is. Woo! Easy. Again, it was about working it out. It's about working it out. How is there so many different things here? This level is just like fucking 4 different levels combined. It's been so many different things and I fucking love it. It's just been so many things. Oh yeah, this doesn't seem too awful. I say now, obviously knowing it's going to be a nightmare. Oh fuck it, of course. Of course! Of course, even the first part has to be that. Okay. Grabbing Samus immediately an issue there. Just don't have to come on the other side, just jump with a good timing, okay. Makes sense. Not that. Not whatever I just did. That is tough. I'm wondering if I have to hyper off that one as well to have a dash to get over there. It could be that. It could be that. What makes you does go very fast. That's not too bad, actually. Actually, I don't even have any typo. Yeah, that'd be enough. That'd be enough. Just dash up off it. Well, that... not that. I don't know if it's necessary, but it would make life easier. Which is a valid enough reason to have it. It's a valid enough reason for it. Oh, God. Again, I don't know if it's necessary, but no. Too early. Oh, I need the dash on that one to even reach that. Unless I just wall bounce off of it. That could be a solution. Like, I just hit that and then just go over there with the right timing to go. It's probably what you meant to do. Looking at it like that? Okay, yeah, that's probably what you meant to do, isn't it? I think I'm going... Am I going over too early, I wonder? Or am I just fucking up? Because I'm dashing the moment the yellow one goes away. And it might be easier to jump and then do that, just delay it ever so slightly. Like, jump, then... Jump, don't hit my head. Don't fuck up. You know, like, jump here. I don't think any of how that ending there went how it was meant to. I definitely fucked up. I definitely fucked up there. But it worked. So who cares? That is a level checkpoint. That's like a level fucking checkpoint. That's concerning. What the fuck? What am I looking at? What the fuck am I looking at here? Huh? Oh, you gotta like hyper over to the... gross. Gross. You know, with the amount of time that it's been, and that being a level checkpoint, I'm going to end it there on a win. I know these farewell streams are short. They are exhausting. I love what this DLC is, and I love this game. Don't get me wrong. But it is exhausting. It is legit tiring for this, which I think is fine. Like, I just want to end on a win. Like, I don't want to be stuck. I don't want to get to the point like half an hour from now where I'm stuck in a room for another half an hour, and then I'm just like, oh, go come back next time. I want to end on a win for once, and I feel like a level checkpoint, even though it's like in the middle of the timed block stuff. But a level checkpoint feels like a good point to just be like, that's a win. I'm gonna call it there. Well, it's just like, again, Farewell is fantastic. I love everything about this. I love how hard it is. I love how many different ideas that it has. I love that somehow I thought they explored everything that like this game could do in the base game, and there's so much more that they're doing with everything, even when they aren't introducing the new mechanics. Like, this is all just timed level breaks, but they're giving us full fucking rooms of it, like several of them, right? Like, they've just used this as like bonuses to get the cassette tapes, and then the ending of levels. That's all they've used them for. So now we actually get a bunch of different levels with this that can be pushed to the highest difficulty. That is awesome. I love it. I fucking love what they're doing here, right? It is sick and awesome. It doesn't stop it from being tiring. Because it's just, it's at full difficulty and full pace, like, just constant. Like, anything else that we've done in the game has been, like, bursts of difficulty. Like, even 7C and 8C, right? Even they were just, okay, it's the final rooms of those that really push it. Like, the first two rooms are like, the first rooms can have, like, okay, that took a little bit to get through and stuff like that. But, like, it's the end of 7C and 8C that are, like, the ones. Or the B-sides, where it's just, like, there's a few there's a couple rooms that I'd get stuck on. And and a lot of the rooms will take, like, a few tries. But Farewell is just at full capacity the entire time. Which, again, I want it to be that. Like, I appreciate that Farewell is harder despite not being, like... This feels like a good final challenge, even if none of the moments are strictly as hard as, like, 8C, right? Like, the single room that I've struggled with for the longest is 8C. Right? That took 3 fucking hours or so. It took 3 hours or so for 8C. But also, most of 8C wasn't awfully horrible. It took a few times to, like, get to learn how to do it. But the issue with 8C was just its sheer length being capped off at the end by something that was pretty difficult. But even at the end, when I got to the final moments of 8C, like the 2 hypers at the end, I didn't have to have like a million attempts at that specific part to get past it, right? So even though 8C in of itself is the room that's taken the longest, not every single aspect of 8C is like at full capacity. There's a couple parts, like getting off that plinker to get on the clouds right and stuff like that. and then the hypers at the end. Like, those are the parts where it's just like, okay, that stands out and the rest of it isn't too bad. But Farewell, it's every room. And it's almost every part of every room is at full capacity. So I appreciate, like, it may not be strictly harder in terms of how many attempts it takes compared to 8C, but it still feels suitable as a final challenge because of the sheer endurance capacity of it and, like, how many different things are tested. Like, all of this is me praising Farewell. I love this. But no matter how much I love it, it doesn't stop it from being it's a tiring experience. And I'm enjoying that it is. I'm enjoying that it's a tiring experience. But it's fucking exhausting. It is. It is. It is. So I know they're shorter ones, but oh boy. Oh boy. But I will end it there. I ended on a win. That's my main thing. I don't want to get stuck on a room again. Having a level checkpoint there, it's a sign. It's a sign. But I will call it there. Stay tuned next time, where we'll go through ding, 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 and we'll see if we can make it through the ding, ding. So thank you all so much for watching. I will see you next time. And until then, this is version 2, signing out.